G'day and welcome to another slow and steady video here on the channel. My name is KT and today is Trekking Tuesday and we're going home. Now I've had to do a little bit of homework on this, I won't lie. We're currently in Hamburg and this is where we parked up our lovely truck. Hamburg is Germany's vibrant major port city on the Elbe River, E-L-B-E, hope I've said that correctly, known for its maritime heritage, historic warehouses, numerous canals, more than Venice, it says, more canals than Venice, lively mix of gritty history and cosmopolitan elegance. It's a key German hub, famous for its large harbour, unique food and museums and festivals. So I thought that we could literally go to the harbour, that would be going home, we'd go on the ferry. But no, there is no direct ferry from Hamburg to the UK. So I did a bit more digging and there's a large airport at Hamburg, but there's no direct flights to the UK. And I was like, oh my God. So again, I've done some more digging and there is an airport in Kiel or Kiel, K-I-E-L. That's where the airport is and there's a direct flight to the UK. So we're going to get our driver home for Christmas and that's what we're going to do. We're going to drive up to Kiel and they have got an airport there which we can catch the plane and get our driver home for Christmas. That's the plan. So here we are and we're going to leave the truck up at Kiel and jump on a plane. So let's do it. So here we are leaving Hamburg, a huge port that we just spoke of, and yeah, a little bit of history along the way. You know, it's nice to have a bit of a chat. Reminds me of the Route 66 that we did, and I really enjoyed it. I didn't realise that Hamburg was quite so big. I don't particularly know Germany, and you know, it's nice to be on the controller here. Just so I can be reminded of what the controller is like. There's some games out there that are not really controller friendly, and there's other games out there that is completely accessible, and I think this is one of them. This and Heavy Cargo is not too bad on controller. So I did think, shall I bring the wheel down and do that, and I thought, well no, we're going to take the driver back home, so I'll just use the controller, you know. These games are designed with the controller in mind, specifically going on consoles. Growl of that engine there for us to come through this tunnel. It's quite a long tunnel actually. We're speeding, but we don't care. We're going home. Just an hour and 29 on the clock there. I think I do have slightly better control on the steering wheel, I won't lie. But yeah, where are we going? Kiel, so I think we need to get that lane over a second. We are carrying quite a bit of speed actually. But we're going home. We're 2 days out from Christmas. So you can see it on the sign there, K-I-E-L. And we're going to talk about the history of that place as well. Obviously a fictional roleplay airport, but an airport nonetheless, and I did check it on Google and the flights do go to the UK. So that's my driver going home. We've been in Germany for 5 years and yeah, I think it's about time our driver went home. So, I don't know, I have these little bits of fun on the channel and you'll have to forgive me. It's a 70s kids, see. I'm just I'm making my own adventures because that's what we used to do, and yeah, just loving it as well. So but blue sky, do you know, I don't think we get quite so much rain with this graphical update. I'm not complaining, it's always nice to be driving in the sunshine. Try and keep that steering as smooth as I can. Just doing 70. We're just chilling really. Do you know, I was playing this game for about half an hour before I started filming, and it really is just a genre that sometimes, like, I know I'm talking now, I'm waffling, but sometimes you just want to be quiet and just enjoy the drive, and I think that's part of the allure of of trucking games, and just because you can absolutely chill out. And the chance to do that with multiplayer, I think, is going to be a scream. It's not everyone's cup of tea, these truck games. Not everyone's into them. Some people want to go around shooting or doing an RPG. For the most part, you could see this as quite a boring genre, really, just heading down the highway. And I suppose for most part, really, it is. But it's if you like your trucks and the sound and the loads and the open road, it's I think there's a big community out there on the consoles that enjoy the trucking, and probably for that reason that they can, I know when I'm certainly driving in real life, I finished band practice about 11, and when I'm travelling home, the roads are pretty quiet and the moonlit sky is lighting up the road, and I put it on cruise control, and and I love it because I get my brain has a chance to unwind, and your brain wanders. Obviously you're concentrating on the road, right? But it's a very zen thing. But unfortunately, I think I did talk about this in the crew, is that the amount of traffic that we have on the roads now, that actually that zen, or that people used to go out for a Sunday drive, now it's so busy out there that it's not a relaxing experience at all. In fact, there's so many cars on the road. I'm going back home for Christmas, and it's I'll be travelling on the M25, so it's just I don't know, the M25. You see people on their bloody phones, and you see people in the driving rain, and they're on the outside lane doing about 85, 90, and I was going to cover this in an Alaskan road trucker video actually, but I went to go and get the load, and the load they didn't have any. But I've never spoke about what, because I spoke about that I go on the trucks with my dad when I was a kid, but I've never spoken what we used to haul. We used to haul tyres, like big ass, like earth moving tyres. Sometimes normal tyres, all kinds of things really. And so that's what we used to haul. Where was I going with that? I don't even know. Talk about busy. We were talking about zen, and the roads are just different now. They're just different. And so, for the most part, you can now come on a video game and sort of get the same experience. Like, I've come home from work on some nights, and my head's spinning, or it's been a particularly just busy day and I just need to unwind, and I've used Truck and Logistics when that came out, because I was really digging it, and I'd do a couple of drops, and that would be 20 minutes just to unwind. So that's the reason I love truck games, is because you can come on, sort of unplug, and especially when it comes to the customization of these trucks on like American truck or Euro truck, the customization, the chance to make the truck your own. To be fair, there's quite a good customization in this game on the road. I've got a beautiful black truck, it's got purple flashes through it, and I love it with a passion. But you can't really you can put air horns on it, and a like a nudge bar on the front, which we have on the front of this truck. But it'd be lovely if there was maybe some skins, some liveries that you could put on and really feel like it's your truck, But the future of the landscape and the future of trucking is changing. So I think, customization is going to come. And it's an exciting time, and it's an exciting genre, to be enjoying if you're into this type of thing, So So I'm not too sure how far Kiel is. We've got 23 minutes on the tacho, so we might have to pull over somewhere. Might check the map actually, because that will run down pretty quickly. Well, actually, we're not a million miles away, so I think we're going to drive it on. Let's just drive it on. 21 minutes. Okay, I didn't ask for that sat nav to come up. It's quite nice though. I guess you can see the time. I can see the time on the dashboard. It says 15:07 or 15:08. It's a little bit smaller on the dashboard. But we'll see if we can knock that off. Is it here? Here? Quick! Knocking off that sat nav. I prefer to sort of leave the screen as clean and crisp as I can. I can, you know, we've got nice working dials here, so you don't always need that big sat nav up. Really, everything is pretty accessible within the cab. 72 kilometers an hour, and the clock is ticking down on our tacho. It's going to start screaming at me. Although it looks like I can see a city over there. Definitely looks like we're coming into the city, doesn't it? I think we might make it to this airport. Let me just check the map a second. So we're not going to turn left here. We're going to go straight on, and we're going to run it round to here. So we're going to ignore the sat nav. We'll scrub off a bit of that speed. Green light. Roll it through. The airport is just up here. Of course, I was only able to set the sat nav to the worldwide shipping docks. So we are, let's just check the map again. Straight over this one. So on this lane, gonna get there. The red light gonna go green. Is it hell? No. We're going home. We're going home for Christmas. So close now. Hope you're doing all okay out there. Today is my last day of work, so I'm off tomorrow, and yeah, I'm off for nearly 2 weeks, which is really nice. I gotta say, I know not everyone gets that kind of time off, and certainly, you know, when I was bus driving, I wouldn't get the time off. So that is our. We've just jumped a light there, by the way. Might get a ticket. But if you change the mode, you can kind of almost bypass the tacho. Don't tell Tox to this. But thanks, Dave Cloister, for that little tip there. So you wouldn't normally come up to this part of the world because there is no drop-off point. Here is our fictional airport. Well, that's where we're heading. So that right lane there is closing up slightly. Oh, on the brakes, what's going on here? So we'll take an opportunity to look at the map. So we'll turn left here, and then we'll follow it straight down, and that's where our airport is. And we'll discuss this city, as I no doubt get the name wrong. A little bit of throttle there as we just take the handbrake off. A nice hill start. Again, the single lane traffic, so I'm going to put this truck right in the middle. I would love it if we can see the sea. That would be quite cool. But the world is looking good, you know. It's this is our graphical update that we've been waiting for. And the game is very playable, really. You know, it really is. Oh, hold on a second. Was it left there? It is indeed. Hold on. Right. Yellow car. Clear after yellow. Round we come. Let's just watch that quarter there. Absolutely fine. So yeah, you wouldn't normally come down here because there's nothing here. At least there's no It's a fuel station as well, so we could grab some sleep there, but we have used that little trick of taking the card out, if you like. We're choosing the mode and then we come back, because we are actually over our time. There's a ferry, look, there's a ferry there. So there is a port here, but the port doesn't go to the UK. So we kind of made up that there's an airport here, just to get our guy home. There's that, there is a pathway there, look. Throw the indicator on. Okay, so this is similar to where you would pick up the fuel with the fuel trailer. As you can see, it's really accessible on controller, absolutely playable. So I think this is us. We'll pull up here. Handbrake, and we'll knock the engine off. Down. Lights down. There's our truck all parked up, ready for the new year. I've been told I can leave it here. But yeah, we have got lights over the top. Look, there's a couple of air horns as well on that Scania. So you do get to customise it up, really. But here we are, 2026. The new era of trucking is coming. Right, let's go and see if we can find this airport. How far can we go? So there's the sea. Look at that beautiful city. We're going to talk about the city, that's right. Okay, so we'll look at the city here. So the city of Kiel, Kiel, is a port city on Germany's Baltic Sea coast. In the old town, the rebuilt medieval St. Nikolai Church hosts classical concerts. The Maritime Museum displays model ships and nautical instruments in its former fish auction hall. Cruise ships dock at the Ostskeai, Ostseekai terminal in the Germany harbour. Now I think there was actually a ship parked up down here somewhere. Let's go and have a quick look. There you go, there's a ship. So there is the ship, and you can just see that clock tower there. So here we go, you can fly from Kiel, I'm going to say Kiel, to the UK, primarily London or Manchester, with airlines like Ryanair, EasyJet, Lufthansa and Eurowings, with the flight times around 1.5 to 2 hours. So that's it, we're heading home here as we head up to Christmas. So please forgive my little role play here. But yes, heading home for Christmas. That's it from me, and that's it from On the Road this year. I will see you next year on the road. If you want to leave a cheeky like, that would be super amazing. If you are subscribed to the SAS crew, thank you for sticking with me and for being amazing and part of the SAS crew. If you're not subscribed and you kind of like your trucks, bikes and horses, well then maybe this is a channel for you. I will see you on the next video. Take good care of yourself, and I'll see you soon. Bye.